Hello everybody, this is another Division 2 video from Hippopotamus, and today I'm going to be showing you my True Patriot debuff build, which is really good for the DZ and really good for PvE. So let's start again straight away with the specialisation, and today we are going to be using the Gunner. The main reasons for the Gunner on this particular set is the additional ammo that you get from the large pouch of the LMG. Regenerating ammo, which is absolutely brilliant because we're using two of the same weapon. We also can take a lot of advantage of the 10% weapon handling because the weapons that we're using are a little unstable. The riot foam grenades are nice for sticking enemies in place. Every fifth reload or third reload is better, so that's really good. Armor on kill synergizes quite nicely with one of the talents on the backpack, and the hardened armor kits are quite good for the extra 30%. Other than that, the bonuses are quite negligible really, other than the fire rate increase, which again, it can help, but it's not going to matter the whole time. So let's go down to the range, take a look at the difficulty, have a look at the weapons and gear set, go over how to use the build, and go over the stat sheet as always. So having a look at the range, we are on heroic as always, just to make sure that it's fair and balanced, just to benchmark things from. And taking a look at the build, we are using for the first weapon the Good Times LMG. The Good Times is rolled into LMG damage, damage to out of cover targets, and damage to armor, which is quite important. The Perfect Fast Hands talent is really good, and we're going to hit this every time, even though we have very low crit. The fact that we have so many bullets in the weapon means that we're going to actually achieve this no problem. We've got 195 bullets in the magazine, guys, so 40 of those are going to crit surely. So I'm just going to take a look at the attachments. I've got crit chance on pretty much every place possible to synergize with the Perfect Fast Hands talent, and I also have a large pouch as the magazine attachment. For the second weapon, I'm using the exotic Pestilence. Again, this has LMG damage, damage to out of cover, and again, very importantly, armor damage. The other thing that synergizes quite well is the talent, which is the Plague of the Outcasts, and basically it debuffs the enemy, dealing 100% weapon damage over the 10 seconds, up to 50 stacks, which is almost like a poison effect. And whenever the enemy dies, all the stacks transfer to a nearby enemy, which is absolutely fantastic. That's great because we can use that quite nicely in PvE. As many builds use now, I'm using the TDI card custom. The reason for the TDI card custom is the extra skill tier and preservation if I get a kill. I'm using 4 pieces of True Patriot and 2 other pieces, so I'll start with the True Patriot. On the mask, basically I have full armor, armor regeneration, and incoming repairs. Okay, so just to go quickly over the True Patriot gear set and what it does, 2 pieces give you ammo capacity, which is the amount of ammo that you can carry, not actually in the magazine, so that's the total ammo. So if you had 1,000 bullets, it would give you 1,300, 30% more. And then magazine size, it gives you 30% more into your actual guns magazine, which is really good. That's why we're taking advantage of LMGs, because they have the biggest pool of ammunition per weapon. So that's what we're going to do. And then taking a look at the actual gear set piece of the 4-piece, we have the red, white and blue. So what this does in a nutshell is basically amplifies the enemy damage taken by 8%. Which is the red flag. The white flag actually allows you, when you shoot at them, to recover armor up to 2% every second, and blue decreases the enemy damage dealt by 8%. So a full flag will basically mean that they explode and deal equivalent to the total health and armor on kill, which is really good. And you have to bear in mind that that is reduced for named enemy deaths. Okay, so every piece of True Patriot is rolled into armor and armor repair with incoming repairs. And I'm using that the same for all 4 pieces. It's worth noting on the backpack, I'm using the backpack because that increases the damage to 12%, reduces their damage by 12%, and allows the white flag to heal us for up to 3%, which is very nice. The chest piece, because this is a team build, and I also wouldn't mind having Unbreakable. Now the thing is, with Unbreakable in the DZ, you're not going to see the same benefit as what you see for PvE. PvE, you're going to get 95 to 100% of your armor back, depending on which talent you're using. However, the actual over armor that you get from this will be much higher than Unbreakable. And I really feel like this would save you, but it not only just saves you, it saves your teammates as well. The other piece that I'm using is a 1 damage piece. Just forgot to go over the rolls on there, which is rolled into armor and armor regen with an incoming repair, sorry. The talent on the abrasive plating is just that it gives you 80% of your armor as over armor once your armor breaks, and that's for all of your teammates. There's a 45-second cooldown, and killing enemies with your special weapon gets the ability back faster. I'm using the Contractors Gloves because, like we said, we have armor damage. Now that gives me an extra 8% armor damage, and it's giving me a little bit of crit damage as well, which is great. Could I have crit chance? I would have definitely taken it on the bottom roll there. But what that's going to do is it's going to synergize up quite nicely with our damage to armor off our LMGs. I have a fixer drone to allow a little bit of healing for me, which is running duration, health, and armor repair. And I'm also running a booster hive. Now, what this was is it actually increases your reload speed, hazard protection, and melee damage, which is really, really nice, because the reload speed on LMGs is absolutely awful, and we don't have a way to negate that on the Pestilence. However, using the booster hive is going to fix that for us. And also our hazard protection is quite low. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in the range and quickly show you how this build works. Now, with having so much ammo, this is really quite easy to fill up the reload, but once you completely paint a target, that target's going to blow up. You can see that that does quite a lot of damage to the enemies around it. So using the talent to your advantage is really great. And you can see that I'm most of the way through there. I got half a speed reload. That's great. I've got a lot of extra ammo. The other thing is the Pestilence, and not only am I going to get more than the average amount of bullets in this, I'm actually going to get 130 rounds in here, which is just a little bit OP, I think, really. So let's move a named enemy close, see what kind of damage we can put out. Okay. That's 265 in the head, about 204 in the body. So you can see the reload on this is quite slow. Pop this down, and what's going to happen is now is I'm going to get a boost to my reload speed and a little bit of extra hazard protection. Okay. So once I've fully painted a target, I can switch gun if I require. Let's see how many crits we can get. See if we can get the whole magazine. I think we should be okay with 84 bullets left. Getting close. Let's save one of these, I think. So as you can see, a very, very, very fast reload there. Okay, let's just reload again. Try and get a full lot and see what the reload's like with both. Okay, shoot into the body for now, just to make sure we hit every shot. Still have 70 rounds left. So, okay, so we've got a full reload stack now. Just pop this down and get some extra reload speed. Wow. So as you can see, this build really is more based around sort of putting out fire and just sort of suppressing targets, because if you paint a target with this, not only are you reducing the amount of damage that they're doing, they're also taking a lot more damage off other players, and if you hit them with the Pestilence as that, they effectively turn into a ticking time bomb. If they die with a full flag and that Pestilence, not only is the Pestilence going to spread onto the next player, but it's also going to create an explosion radius around them. So if they don't heal up and they get to that and they start running away, and they're with teammates, bang, the minute that they blow up the teammates with them. So it effectively not only helps reduce the amount of damage coming off players, the amount that they take, but also gives your teammates a chance to push up. If enemies are really bedded in quite far down the range, say behind boxes there, and you just can't get close, this build's going to give the ability to actually put out some serious amount of suppression fire that they won't want to stand in, and if they do stand in it and try and take it, it won't be long before they die, and if they're stood near teammates, they're really going to punish their own teammates for that. So this is where True Patriot comes in quite nicely. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go down and show you the stat sheet so you can take a look at that, and hopefully this gives you a good idea of how to build the True Patriot as a team support build. So what I'll do is I'll just go into my stat sheet and give you a quick idea of what we've got. Okay, 55 on crit hit damage, very low crit chance because that's not what we're aiming for. Okay, and on the good times we've got 25. Okay, so for 25% of our shots are going to add crit. The main thing is to note is the armor damage. Okay, so 14% on the both LMGs there, which is just going to strip armor off bigger armed targets because you have a lot of bullets and you also have a lot of armor damage. 50% extra ammo capacity, so you can have 50% more extra ammunition for both those LMGs, which you're going to need. And you can see the damage bonus off all the LMGs. Okay, some gear talents. And the stat sheet. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to be making a lot more builds and posting them to YouTube. I have a complete other character full of builds and a third character yet to build. I'm always making wacky and weird builds, and hopefully this gives you an idea of something that you can make that will help with team support. I just want to say thank you very much for everybody to helping me with my channel. I've noticed that my subscribers have gone up quite a lot recently, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that's posted a comment, subscribed and liked videos. I really appreciate it. I'm only a small YouTuber and I won't be adding any kind of ad revenue videos into this. I'm going to keep it simple and just keep bringing you nice build videos that get to the point without too much bullshit in them. So thank you very much again. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.